making hundreds of bag tags over the last year, and I think I have finally got it down to a good system, and I'm gonna show you how you can do it too. So this is what we're gonna make today. This is the ribbon tail and a soccer bag tag. What you're gonna need to get started is a hoop. I'm gonna be using my 5x5 Mighty hoop. You'll need some type of basting spray, 505, any adhesive, a stabilizer. I prefer the Sulky Clear stabilizer. It really makes a difference on your final edge, and you'll see why in a little bit. So need scissors, applique scissors, whatever kind you like. These are my go-tos. So this is not necessary, but it is nice to have. So this is a like leather punch. So I use this at the end to give a nice clean cut on my bag tag. You'll also need the design, and for this soccer bag tag, I got this design from Creative Appliqué, so you can find that. It's under $5. For the material, you're gonna need 2 5x5 squares of the faux leather. I purchased mine from Hobby Lobby. It's in the large sections with like the upholstery material. So this is what you'll need. And then for the soccer, I also use black faux leather for the insides of the soccer ball. I think what makes my tails and my bag tags really stand out and have a lot of movement is I use 10 to 12 different ribbons. I like to use different textures, different like feels, so they've got a lot of movement with them, and they're all cut to 20 inches long, and then they're folded over and put together. So that is everything we need, so let's get started. 4-inch soccer ball. And this is again from Creative Appliqué. This font is Boutique Fonts Beach Coconut. And so we've got this, and then I'll just make the adjustments. And center it. Here, I keep it at the bottom, and I'll show you how to work around that. And so that is our file. Okay, so we're going to use our clear stabilizer and our 5x5 hoop. So I've got my 5x5 already pre-cut, and I'm going to go ahead and say everything has been named. Now I'm going to cut around this. I like we're going to cut all these little insides out. Okay, here's what we got. Reserve stop. I'm going to do one more around the edge. Now we've got the inside of the soccer balls. This is where we're going to be cutting little tiny pieces for this. But first we're going to do the placement. Now we are going to cut our little black pieces to place on here. Have them all in place. Now I'm going to put a little bit of basting spray. Okay. Just like this. Back to the machine. Now we're going to go trim. I get right up on the threads because like that's what cuts down from having the edges just not look as clean. Okay, now get this back to the machine. Just going to run the satin stitch around all of the individual black spots on the bottom. Showing, now that we've done all the satin stitches around each part of the soccer ball, now it's saying that we need to put our, it's saying it's time to put the backing on. But we're going to skip forward. We will come back to this, but we need to do the name first. So we are just going to go all the way through to the name, and then we're going to stitch the name. Skip to the last placement stitch, and then satin. So this is the circle for this. Now I'm going to spray this to the back. So away from your machine, just get it right in the middle. And smash them together. I've got the back on, to the machine we go. Reserve stop so it does not move forward. I panicked. We're going to trim this off. So I like it to be really close to that stitch line, if not on the line, but you'll see. Reserve stop because you don't want it to go and stitch the name again. And let it run. It's finished. There she is. There's our back. And now the best part, you get to pop it out. So this is straight, y'all just saw me pop it out. This is straight off. I will still trim. So I like to grab and get these. So there's one in the front. Use the clear stabilizer. It's not really necessary to run like a lighter over, but you can still just kind of quickly run it over. It makes everything just tighten up. So like those little clear edges, it takes those off. It just makes for a smooth finish. Come on, come on. So there's the bag tag. And then I also use this tool, and I just like to line it up so I don't touch, I'm lining it up, but so I'm not touching any stitches, and I just punch it. Didn't fully get that first little part. I make all of my tails kind of beforehand, but I like to use 10 ribbons. They're 20 inches long, and I fold them over, and then I use a zip tie to attach it. Push. So I've got a little hook, ribbon, and then I'm going to tie that in a bow. And there's the back tag.